let's start with all the basic materials that are required in making of the acrylic painting, right? So first and the most important material is obviously acrylic paint, right? So basically, what are how many types of acrylic paints that are available in the market, right? So there are basically two qualities of acrylic paint that are available in the market. One is the student quality and the second one is the professional quality. What's the difference between the two? Which one is best to buy? We will be covering this in our detailed course session. As I already said that it's a 1 hour session. We can't complete each and everything today itself, right? Now, there are various types of paints that are available in the market. So there are tube paints that are available. Then there are small jar paints that are available, and then there are big budget friendly jars also that are available. Now, what's the difference between these color are that small jar of paintings are like good to use if you're starting to learn this painting or just trying your hands on, because these paints are like budget friendly also, and like it's very easy to use. You just have to mix a little bit of water and the consistency can be adjusted, and they are easy to use as well. Whereas the tube colors, these are little thick in consistency. They need a lot of water to make a great consistency, and yet you can use it on your paper. Whereas I like flash colors because these are like in a perfect consistency. You don't need to add water to it, and these are like directly you can use it from the bottle itself. But the big jars you can only buy once you have a lot of requirement of the colors. Otherwise, like I said before, once these are like open, you need to store them very properly because these dry up so fast because of its plastic polymer quality, and once they are dried up, they are just dead, right? Like unlike watercolor, like if watercolor is dried up, just you add a little bit of water to it and the color is live again. I mean, you can use that color again. But once this acrylic paint is dried up, it becomes plastic. Like you can see this in the side of the container, right? That this color is dried up. Now I don't know how much water I will add, but still this color will not be brought back to life, right? Now this is a waste. So you have to store your color, recap your color very much properly to avoid it from being dried up fast. Okay, so these are the three type of containers in which the color is available to you in the market. The second material that you require to do your painting is obviously the brushes. Now there are n type of brushes are available in the market, and all these brushes have a very different use of its own, right? There are around 10 to 12 type of brushes available in the market, and all these type of brushes, all the use of these brushes, which brush is best to use, best to buy, or best to start with painting with, we will be covering in our detailed course. Right now I'm just going to tell you that the first, there are two type of brushes available in the market, right? One are synthetic brush and the second one is the natural hair brush. But to do acrylic painting, you should prefer synthetic brush only because they don't absorb lots of water. And with acrylic paint, we don't need lot of water, right? With watercolor paints, we would require lots of water. So for watercolor, you can use the natural hair brush. But for acrylic paintings, you have to use the synthetic hair brush. Okay. So I have here a few type of brushes handy right now with me. I'm just going to tell you what they are called, and the detailed use of it, detailed how to use it, we will be covering ahead. So like we have first this round brush available. Okay. Then we have a flat brush. Then a fan brush. Like this is easy, to paint grass or pine trees and all. Then we have the angular brush with us. You can see that this brush is an is that particular angle, right? So this brush is also can be used like, when you're doing calligraphy or something, because this thin to thick end, it, moves very nicely and gives you a very nice calligraphy handwriting as well. Then you have a detailing brush, which is used to make, give a very thin detail to your painting. Like I told you, in this painting, all the detailings that are done are being done by the detailing brush. So this painting is very much important, and this one we will learn ahead is because I have used here acrylic colors in all the three mediums, in watercolor, in oil color form, and in the normal acrylic color form as well. So this one would be the most detailed one ahead. Okay. Then the next thing that we require to do acrylic painting is obviously the surface on which you would be painting. So the surface, as I already told, acrylic paints are very much versatile. You can paint it on any surface, on canvas, on your paper sheet, on your wall, on mirrors, on wooden planks, or anything. Everything about the brush number that we need to use, which brush is good, which brush is bad, everything we will be covering in detail in our session ahead, as I already mentioned. So, and the next thing that comes in a painting are the palette knives. So some people love to paint with brushes, while others, they love to paint with the palette knife. So palette knife can, this is also used, and this also gives a very nice texture to your painting. If you are, painting any ocean or sea, giving the shape of a waves, or if you are painting and you're using acrylic color as a oil paint and you need to show a very thick texture, then you can obviously use these knives. And how to properly use these knives, everything we will be covering ahead. The next thing is obviously our mixing palette, because obviously you cannot mix the color in the bottle itself or on the painting itself. You would need a proper tray, a mixing palette to mix your colors. If you don't have the palette, there is no need to worry. You can use plastic sheet as well. Just take a piece of cardboard, put a plastic sheet over it, and you can use that as your mixing palette. Then an optional product that we have, which we can use for our painting, is the varnish. Because after some period of time, your painting would start to lose the color. The color would start to lose the shine of it, and the color would start to become fade also. So varnish is used to extend the life of your painting. It would help the colors to keep its shine intact. So after finishing your painting, if you are doing you can just cover your whole painting with the varnish. Then another optional thing is that the masking tape. All right, like here you can see I have covered the my sheet with the masking tape, because if you want a clear edges, if you want to divide your page or your painting into two parts, masking tape is really helpful in doing that. As I already told, varnish is used after the painting. Okay, someone asked in the comment section. Then I think we have all covered all the things that are necessary for doing the painting.